I'm Jaclyn Sabol for Barclays Center, here at our next stop on our Brooklyn Spotlight Series tour, Bergen Street Comics. Part of a new wave of contemporary comic book retailers, Bergen Street Comics focuses not only on comics, but also on original art and the best possible in-store experience for its customers. All right, I am here at Bergen Street Comics with owners Tom and Amy Adams. Thank you guys so much for having us. Now, you're not only the co-owners of Bergen Street Comics, but you're married.
Yeah.
So, Amy, how did Tom convince you to open this shop?
Well, Tom started getting me into comics in like 2005, and eventually he convinced me this wouldn't be the craziest thing on the planet.
And it hasn't been, right?
It's been amazing. We've loved it.
What makes this shop so different?
You know, we had seen lots of comic book shops that were sort of the typical back issues kind of place, and we love those kind of places, but I was so new to comics several years ago. We wanted to try and make the environment something that was friendly for someone like me. So a place where somebody had never read a comic book before should be able to come in here and feel completely comfortable.
For somebody like me who's a comic book rookie, what's the best way for me to dive into this shop and get better acquainted?
Rookies are our favorite. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook you up with Tucker Stone. He's our manager. He's encyclopedic about our inventory.
Tucker, I know there's a lot of different sections. There's a lot of things for you to show me. Tell me about this section right here. First thing customers see when they walk in.
Well, this is going to be the most popular part of the store on Saturdays because this is our all ages, or what we call the kids section. So you have like this top shelf here. This is the Archie shelf. This thing right here is like it's like the Brooklyn Nets are to Jay-Z for
Yo
like
Gabba
3-year-olds.
Gabba.
Yeah.
I do not have children, and yet I've
Yo
heard
Gabba
this.
Gabba is a big, big deal.
Tell me about this table here that's covered in very exciting looking books.
Well, this is a way for people in this neighborhood. Not everybody who gets into wants to check out comics is going to know where they want to go. So we try to have a variety of selection up here of just all kinds of different stuff.
Check this out.
Yeah.
This one caught my eye. I think that's hysterical. Maybe because I have a dog.
Maybe because you have a dog. This is the new release wall. On Wednesday, every week, we trade all of this stuff out and put up all new comics, and the old ones get moved over here to the past weeks. You'll have all your DC comics up here, which is characters like Batman, characters like Superman, the Justice League, which is all put together in one. And then you get into your Marvel stuff, which is Spider-Man, the X-Men, Captain America, all those big dogs. And so this is part of the pride and joy of this store, and kind of what makes us stand out in a lot of ways. This is part of our small press self-published section. This is a comic that was made by a local artist named Elle Nichols, and she hand makes these, silk screens the covers, staples them, brings them in. We work out a little financial deal so that she gets some money and that the store gets some money, and then we put it up here and sell it and try to introduce new fans to her work and try to help her get a job, working with a bigger publisher. There's never going to be a lot of money to be made in these things, but there's a chance to meet artists that'll start out at 17 and then become somebody like Gabriel Bell, who works with acclaimed filmmakers like Michel Gondry and that sort of thing,
Wow.
just making comics all the time.
What do you think draws people into comics? What makes people a fan? Is it the art? Is it the story? Is it both?
That's the cool thing about comics, is that for the longest time, it was just this thing that it really was limited to these specific focuses. In this country, a lot of people just think of comics as superheroes and the stuff you see in the newspaper like Peanuts.
Right.
Whereas the rest of the world was doing all kinds of different stories with it, doing stories about food comics and autobiographical comics, and those are things that America's just starting to catch up with now. So the art that you're seeing up on the walls right now is the original pages from Wonder Woman #1, which was just released a few weeks ago. And the artist for Wonder Woman #1 is a guy named Cliff Chang, who former Harvard grad turned comic book artist who lives in the neighborhood, and he offered to bring in every one of his original pages that he drew for this comic, which is a pretty big deal because these are pages that are going to sell for quite a bit of money.
If you are a huge comic book fan or a comic book rookie like me, I hope you'll pay a visit to Bergen Street Comics when you're near the Barclays Center. For Barclays Center, I'm Jaclyn Sabol, and I have had such an incredible time here at Bergen Street Comics. As you can see, I have quite the takeaway with me. I even found Wonder Woman. So Amy, thank you so much. Tom, thank you. You guys have such a great shop here. And fans, when you are in the area, make sure you check out Bergen Street Comics, because I'm gonna buy everything before you have a chance to get here. So hurry up.